We love hip hop.
What are your thoughts on this Avengers K that's going on right now, or Drake K is happening right now?
You know, it's so crazy. Like, I feel like I didn't realize how big of a Drake fan I was until like I was super siding with him when all this was going down. Like, it's almost like I didn't even want to hear the other people's music. I was like, Nav, like, because Nav is from Toronto first and foremost. Like, before he was, like rolling with Metro Boomin or whatever. And it's like, bro, like, how you gonna, I even found myself saying stuff like, how you gonna do that to the boy? Like, why am I calling him the boy? Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, bro, but
he's still following him.
He's still following Drake.
He's still following Nav. He didn't return to Unfollow.
And I don't know. Is he just smashing all their shorties? Like, is it a calculated kind of intentional plot where it's like, let's all kind of like try to take him down? Because I don't think that's happening. Or is this all just a ploy to kind of like get people more engaged with hip hop music because they've been seeing that, people are only talking about Drake. So, how about these guys? How about these guys? How about Rick Ross? How about, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a very nuanced situation, but I'm excited for the music that can come out of it ultimately. You know what I'm saying? But they're not going to take down Drake.
Well, you did bring up a good point. It might just be a whole thing just so everybody can get some publicity, and then everybody just follow each other back after and you know what I'm saying? Let's go have a beer later. Let's go drink some peach leanies or whatever these niggas be drinking. But like Rick Ross, like, okay, Nav, that's a little bit dicey, but I feel like the relationship between EXO and OVO has never been strong.
Mm-hmm.
So if Nav unfollows Drake, it's whatever, okay? But when Rick Ross, the guy who's collaborated with him on so many classics, fam, Lemon Pepper Freestyle, fam,
Money in the Grave is crazy.
Money in the Grave, like, fam, like, what's the deal?
I don't know.
A lot of people ask me how I'm feeling. I'm gonna let you know how I'm feeling. Listen, the way I'm feeling is the same way I want you to walk out of here feeling about your fucking self.
Guidelines, bro.
Because you know how I'm feeling? I got my fucking head up high.
Guidelines, bro.
My back straight. I'm 10 fucking toes down.
10 toes down.
Anywhere else I go. And I know that no matter what, it's not a nigga on this earth that can ever fuck with me in my life.
Damn, you know, demonetize the damn video, Drake. That's the type of energy he's on right now.
He wants smoke. Like, this guy, like, he's kind of like daring all these other people, like, okay, y'all don't actually want it with me. And I seen Baca was, putting out stories, ready to ride out type. So I don't know if this can escalate into actual violence or if this is all kind of like everyone just like sizing each other up, no diddy. But I don't know where this will end up going,
See this right here by Mr. Not Nice, aka Baca Not Nice. He said, ain't nothing bigger than the O. Nothing. OVO sound. Watch this one right here. Pick a side, nigga. We don't pick, we slide on our lives. I don't even know what that means, but it sounds hard.
Bro, is Baca gonna start dropping music again? Like,
I don't know, fam. I don't know if he's gonna drop music or drop some bodies. Like, what's happening, fam? It's getting scary out here, bro.
Yo, so what my homie told me, because I was like trying to like piece everything together. So does it just stem mostly from Metro Boomin and Drake? Like, is that like where most of it is coming from, and it's more like the camps?
I think it's gone beyond that, bro. Because it's one thing to be like, okay, Metro Boomin and Drake have their issues. People try to say the whole thing with Future and the gal. That's one thing. But then when everybody starts clicking up, bro, when Nav unfollows you, the next guy there from EXO, I don't know the next guy's name. but the next guy from EXO unfollowed Drake as well, and then Rick Ross unfollows you, fam, then it's like it's a little more than just Future and them picking sides of who they're gonna keep on collaborating with.
I was gonna say like an unfollow is not really like smoke. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yes, it
man
is.
has 146 million followers
In this internet age. Wait. What's going on here? What's he doing? Nelly Furtado. Because you got the man be throwing subs. You know what I'm saying?
Is that because she hosted the Junos?
Yeah. This ain't about nothing. This is about something, but I don't know what it is. You got the candle. Hold on.
Is that a Jewish hoodie?
I don't know. You tell me. You're a little bit more into the theology than I am, bro. You're the theological expert over here, bro.
I mean, they got the candle. I mean, that's from a movie. That's from a Disney movie.
Okay. Listen, fam. He's the sub master, right? You never know. Like, we're not internet savvy. Our brains are not digging deep enough in like a 4chan or a Reddit type of thinking to be able to decipher what's happening here. But somebody's gonna put this on Reddit later, like, oh, the shirt actually means this, and the flame on the top of the thing means that somebody's gonna get flamed, and I don't know, bro.
Somebody gonna get flamed on 773. Like, I don't know, bro. I don't know.
We're not smart enough for that, fam.
Bro, someone figure out what day that is. But
we have to be 17 to be that smart, bro. We're not smart enough, fam.
He's definitely like playing chess right now, but does he have to? I mean, I guess he kind of has to like address it, but he's just so much bigger than all these guys.
Is he? Because there's some people who really like. He does sell more than
I love that he
Future.
follows you, bro. The fact that he follows you is actually crazy. Search Friday.
Stop this. Who I'm checking for right now is A.W.O.L. Yo, what's happening?
Did they ever even? I feel like they haven't been following each other in a minute.
What's happening here? Were they following each other before?
I don't know, but yo, you really think like that's internet smoke? Is that the equivalent of like an internet Legos? Like,
yes. In these days and times, yes, it's super corny. It's hella corny. Okay, look who this Weeknd's following. Just his crew. That's it.
Nah, bro. I feel like an internet Legos is like maybe like you message them some stuff or you post them on your story and then you block them. Like, but like an unfollow, fam. If anything, that just like you're leaving the party because they're there.
There's a problem over here, bro. There's a problem. Houston, there's a problem. Okay? Because, yo, I don't know if they were following each other before. Okay? But the fact that man has the first tune that they put out was the song with Kendrick. Okay? However, they didn't drop a video with Kendrick. The first video that he drops is the one with The Weeknd. What's up with that, bro?
Calculated. That is definitely intentional. But is that just to generate hype, or is that because, you know, the enemy of my enemy is a friend? You know what I'm saying?
I think that's what it is. The enemy of my enemy is a friend, and maybe he wasn't that. Like, remember their relationship, The Weeknd and Drake, is a little bit. It's checkered. It's not all there. It's not strong, right? So it just takes a little something for The Weeknd to be like, yeah, off this guy. I'm gonna go hang out with these guys over here. But just the fact that the timing that Mans would drop the song, going at Drake with Kendrick, and then follow up with a music video where you're clicking up with his next Canadian brethren or
Toronto brethren, like
Toronto brethren.
Yeah, that's a diss.
And right before that happens, your team unfollows the man. Come on, bro. I don't care if The Weeknd was never following him. The blood is in the water, fam. The writing's on the wall, fam.
Bro, you see what Produced by June just said? Crazy that The Weeknd signed to Diddy. Could this be the distraction from the Diddy thing? All his artists kind of trying to steal the spotlight and go at Drake while he's going through his case.
I don't know, man, because like we were focusing on this before, right? These are just updates that we didn't catch on the podcast, right? Since we recorded. Like,
Yo, I had another question for you because I was talking to my homie and he was like, I was like, do you think Nav is like still good in the city? You know what I'm saying? Like, is Nav like banned from the city now because he's beefing with the biggest artist?
No. And I'll tell you why I feel this way. EXO, like OVO is the biggest thing over here as far as the rap stuff goes in Toronto. Okay. But we're not gonna act like The Weeknd isn't the next or sometimes bigger than Drake, no Diddy, when it comes to like just being an artist. Right? So those guys have a lot of power. EXO has a lot of power in the city as well. So just as comfortable as Drake can move around, The Weeknd can move around just as comfy, as well as Drizzy and everybody else. And Nav.
But do you feel like if there's some kind of encounter that there will be some form of conflict, like if they run into each other, or is it gonna be like, because like why would you? I guess like Nav feels like EXO has enough ammunition, so to speak, to protect him or whatever. Because I know there are gonna be mans that are gonna want to slide for Drake. You know what I'm saying?
Of course. One thing I say yes, but one thing is for sure, we'll never know. Like it'll be one of those things that like we might hear about it years later. Like, yo, there was a fight that was happened in the back room of some place that mans ran into each other or whatever in like some like low key bar or some place that where a lot of people be at, but they went to the back and scrapped it out, and you know what I'm saying? But it won't be something that in real time everybody knows about. It'll be like, yo, I heard a fight. Like somebody had a fight not too long ago, but it was never recorded. I think it was French Montana and somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Or it might have been Meek Mill who might have been involved in that fight. I'm not sure. But that was never recorded, but that's always been a rumor going around. Same thing with Offset and those guys when there was like beef between them and Lil Baby's camp.
Mm-hmm.
And I think there was a video that was actually kind of floating around for that one as well. You know what I'm saying? But like fights happen, fam. And like nobody knows about it. It doesn't get out into the public.
What if there was a venue in Toronto where this fight would happen between OVO and EXO? What venue in Toronto would it be?
Somewhere in Yorkville.
This guy said it, no hesitation. Like, you don't think it'd be like on some King Street or like maybe Rebel or something?
Either or, King Street or Yorkville, wherever the money's at. And it's supposed to be a low-key jam where like only the rich people be. If you're there, then wow, Drake popped in and he freaking took his room in the back with the crew. You know what I'm saying? But that night when he was coming out, and listen, I got a wild imagination. Okay?
Yeah, I feel like this is really happening right now.
No, it never happened. But one night when he's coming out of the back room with him, Chubbs, a few of the other man, TV Gucci's there, you know, big security guy there. Next thing you know, while they're leaving and they walk out the front or about to walk out the front door, they bump into two guys that they recognize as Weeknd and them security. And then they see Nav over there. And next thing you know, one person takes it like, it's not Drake, but one of the men from the crew slaps the next man, and then boom, 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 shots get shot off, and then all the freaking SUVs speed off.
Bro, that sounded like it really happened, bro. I can't. That was super vivid.
Right? And in this one, nobody got hit, but it could have got crazy. It could have went left if somebody got hit when the shots went off.
Then you see a couple stories. Like, what would the Instagram stories be after that?
Shots went off downtown, and SUVs were seen leaving the scene. There are rumors that they're saying that there was an involvement between the OVO crew and the EXO crew, but there hasn't been any confirmations on that.
Man said Mystic Friday. Guys, replay this when this transpires, bro. Because this is like some Nostradamus vibes right now, broski. Bro. what would Drake's story be? Would it be like they tried a thing, but we try like what would he be saying?
Hold on. We tried to get commentary from the OVO family as well as the EXO, but they were not available for commentary.
Drake did go to his Instagram story saying
if it's a ting, it's a ting. That's all he put on his Instagram story. It's if it's a ting, it's a ting.
You guys are crazy.
Who the
You like that story right there, right?
That sounded real.
Yo, that sounded really real, but yo, no, stop it. You guys know the OVO, those guys couldn't handle those OVO guys. You guys know that. Come on.
I don't know, bro. There's certain mans that I'm not even going to say their name on here, but when people talk about them in the city, they're like, yo, that guy, yo, and they're EXO guys.
I don't know. But at the end of the day, you know how it is. We all need love in the city anyway, so how do we know? You know what I mean? How do we know really what it is? It could be just a little way to sell some records right now. You know what I'm saying?
Let's hope so, man.
I'll show you this. Drake been throwing subs. He been throwing subs. You know what I'm saying?
You getting pulled over, nigga?
Okay, I was gonna say, bro, like, yo, free Dusty,
free Wallace.
Nah, I'm good, bro. God
Holy.
forbid.
Juicy Hamburger. Who EXO even have? EXO got hitters?
I don't know. We're not gonna speak like that. You know what I'm saying? Before they show us them, before they start to show us them, let's not really, indulge into that deep of the world. But I say this: I heard you saying, Zar, I heard you saying, is Nav good? Yeah. Right? Nav will always be good. You see what I'm saying? Because he's from a foundational spot in the city, whether he's outskirts or he didn't come from directly inside certain metro housings. He's a part of it. He's a part of the history. He's good anywhere he goes. Everybody wants everybody to have peace. You get what I'm saying? So this is some. Remember how they're saying it? They're saying it. They're calling it civil war.
It is civil war.
As media, and yeah. But okay, say your two brethren are fighting, right? But amongst the crew's gonna come together and say, "Yo, man, them easy." Talk it out, get it over with. You get what I'm saying, right? So us as media, we're supposed to actually be showing them, yo, this isn't right. Y'all supposed to stick together. Remember what I told you about America and Drake? Watch when you go to America Friday and you listen to the radio. They don't play Drake that much. Okay?
They play playing that Drake shit,
They play Big Shot. They're not playing it as much. And this is what the thing is with radio. Billboard is facts. Fuck streams. It's Billboard, right? So he's at the top, but they know what to do. Remember when Kanye was saying about the group of guys that get the radio push, and he got pushed out of that group of guys.
Yeah.
That's what they're trying to do to Drake. Push him out of that group of guys.
Right now?
Yeah, right? There's a concerted effort to take him out right now.
Why though? Why do you think he's not playing by their rules?
No, that's why he's winning. No, anybody that plays by the rules don't win.
True.
The rules are meant to be broken. Right?
Let me ask you a question. What the Unfollow that Zara was asking before? Is there weight in the Unfollow?
Say that again. Sorry.
Is there weight? Does the Unfollow hold weight?
Well, you see, this is the thing. You see, like when somebody, like, let's just say there was an informant in the group, right? Every man would fucking start unfollowing him.
You got to stop with you got to watch with the profanities there, Mr. Wallace.
Sorry. But every man would stop following him. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you're just like, yo, I don't want him seeing my business no more. He's not down. He's out. He's done.
Yeah.
Right? So that's what really it is. It's not. It's like we're done with him.
The only person that's following from their clique is The only man who's following from their clique is Belly. He's the only one left.
Yeah, and because he's probably just like, well, I'm not involved. Y'all
He probably
out
just
there,
finding out that they're beefing now.
Yeah, he's like, I'm
I gotta
married and
unfollow
stuff.
him
Y'all
too.
is having these parties. They're going to the Diddy parties. You know what I'm saying? They're all hanging. You know, like think about it. Alcohol, girls. That's a bad look. You know what I mean? And other extracurricular activities. These guys hanging out, renting out Dave and Buster's to bring in all the baddies in the city, having these private parties. Man, and alcohol, bruh, that's a bad combination. That's
Combination.
Yo,
you know?
Dusty.
Yeah.
So I was talking to my boy who's like he's from Rexdale. He's pretty like connected to mans of Rexdale. And like a lot of people from Rexdale, like even Moolah, like when he was saying it, like a lot of them they don't really claim Nav like they would claim like their own. You know what I'm saying? They kind of see him as like somewhat outside of it.
Obviously, right? But he's been there. He was producing, doing what he had to do when the city. This is the thing about our city. We don't show no love, right? And then when a man goes and gets love from somewhere else, then if he's not showing the love back, but he's still saying, yeah, I'm from here, but they can't. He's not physically able to be touched by, you know what I mean? One of the man them.
No Diddy.
Then it's no Diddy. There's like bun him. They bun him out, right? So it's. You remember he's a brown boy. He got a different demographic.
He got a different type of protection, Eli.
Yeah, and he probably wasn't like would demand them out there on the block hustling and bustling doing this thing. Like he might have been with a different set.
Could have just been a good youth. Like
you're
nav deep. You're nav deep. That's your nav deep. You know, like you come from the back homes of Rexdale. You lived in the back streets. You know where the big. You know what I'm saying? Like, what? He's supposed to be, the regular, like, he's supposed to be a bad man? Maybe not. A lot of guys who live in Rexdale aren't bad men, bro. I know mans that grew up in Rexdale in town that played hockey. You know what I'm saying? Like, literally could have went to the NHL. You know what I mean? Like, it's all about how you're raised, right? And he was raised to become a successful man, right? So for him to be in any politics where he can't go to his favorite restaurant in Toronto when he reaches, if the city ever made him feel like that, we're actually shooting ourselves in the foot, right? That's what I said. The city's supposed to be telling these guys to stop the madness because it's making us even further apart. And this is where if Drake had put more guys on who maybe should be on, it wouldn't go there because you have a better alliance. You'd have had more of an alliance. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, you've really helped some other guys' careers who are really out there too. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on. Objection in the court.
Okay.
Drake tried to sign the Weeknd back in the days. He said no.
Of course, because he's a big artist.
Yeah, but he wasn't big at the time. Drake put him on Drake gave him his first big platform as far as putting him on when he was still a young Weeknd coming up, putting him on the OVO stage, different things like that. Like, you know, same with Kendrick too. But like, that's a whole other story. But with the Weeknd, he was wanted to sign him to XO back in the days. Weeknd said no, and that's when the rift started. Right? So it wasn't like Drake wasn't trying to look out in the first place. Not trying to be the lawyer or anything, but I'm just saying facts is facts.
But let me show you. Like I say, again, there was civil war going on when those times. I was there for 1-2 things. I know certain things. So I'm gonna give you the real. Like, that wouldn't have happened because he would be better off on his own anyways. Right? Like, Drake a singer and a rapper. And just Weeknd's just a all-around talented artist. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How many artists come out of OVO over Drake? None. Who's gonna be over Drake? Then you would just still been able. Balloons. You know what I mean? We would have just been remembering him for that first album.
Yeah, that first album slapped. We never heard from him again. But all of Drake's
So
writing just sounds so sick.
right? Right? So it's more like, yo, Nav could do what he wants to do because technically he doesn't even have to live here anymore, right? But Drake is still connected to the city. You could literally see Drake still out there with the Mandem, right? So
He does that by
if
choice
anything,
too.
exactly. So if anything, Mandem have to understand this when they see the Mandem and they see Drake. We're supposed to be showing Drake, yo, actually ignore this energy. That's to show you that you're the king. They just want to knock you off your throne. You know what I mean? They want to knock him off his pivot. You know?
You know that ain't gonna
That's what
happen,
I
bro. You know when man
I
see
know.
Drake in the street, they already started seeing man in the street and they're like, Kendrick better. Or probably people are like, yo, so when you gonna respond, fam?
Okay, but this is another thing. I gave him 48 hours.
You gave him 48 hours. You're like, respond.
Yeah, but you know what? Art of War too. I'm gonna sometimes like no response is the best response, right?
Stay on vacay.
But then what happens is watch him drop a little 5-piece on our head tops again before the summer and address everything, and then it goes #1 on the Billboard. You know what I'm trying to say, right? Because if he throws out a little dinky little freestyle on Kendrick got him off his pivot and made him travel. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he's better off than giving us a little 5-piece and dedicating it to all these little fools. And this is how you win the war. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You think you're throwing up a fake flag and then you come back stronger. You're going to hit us with a 5-piece by the summertime. Watch.
You see these pictures here that I'm showing you here on the screen? This is from March 9th, right?
Yeah.
I think it's only starting to make sense to me now. Like why he was posting these cryptic pictures, fam. You know what I'm saying? Oh hell, all my brothers left me. Right?
Yeah, but he has the Mandem.
Yeah, but Future, Nav, Ross, all these guys. This is from March 11th, but I'm saying this might be foreshadowing. He might have seen remember, in behind the scenes, a lot of guys are already talking, doing songs are heard, all types of stuff before we in the public get to see the explosion.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So they know what's going on. Now, remember when Future first dropped and he came out, right? When the Dungeon family was just like letting him loose, Rocco was like, you know, behind him and backing him. Remember that song, Tony Montana, right? Who was on that song? Drake.
That was him and Drake.
Yeah. Do you know what Future had to go through to get that song? Drake didn't feel him. He never felt.
So he sorry, my bad. Did he charge him a big bag, or like did he give him like some super hard time with the red tape?
I think it was a big bag and a super hard time. A super hard time, right? And then after what, they ended up becoming friends, I guess, and whatever. But see, you playing with some real hustlers too, from who've been in the game too, long as him. You know what I'm saying? Longer than Drake. So they just worked him, got with their #1, got their paper up, and then decided to just turn the gun on him.
Wow.
I think Future always remembered when he dissed him when he was first coming out to throw him an alley-oop because they knew Drake gets on your remix, it goes, right?
The long game, you saying?
Yeah, he played the long game on him. That's why he's like he feels like, damn, I've made some mistakes. You know what I'm saying?
That's deep, man. I gotta say, that's a better story than my my beef story, than my shooting story. You know what I'm saying?
Shooting in Yorkville.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, that's the realest. That's really what it is, bruh. The man never wanted to do the record with Future when Future was first dropping. You know what I'm saying? Those mixtapes.
Man's hold grudges.
Of course, he's gonna remember that.
At one point, it was like widely accepted that like more mans would bump Future than they would Drake. Like people would still listen to Drake, but Future was more like the voice of like the hood. You know what I'm saying?
Dangerously in Love. for Beyonce. Yo, he has smacks. You know what I mean? He got it too. He be writing for people, right? Remember, he wrote Sierra stuff too, right? So his pen game's long.
Friday, did you just follow Future Friday?
I did. I didn't realize I wasn't following him. I need to keep my eye on him, man.
Yeah.
I need some story notifications.
He was with all his sons the other day. You know what I mean? He's doing his thing, man.
I'm gonna be watching his captions. I'm gonna be watching Future's captions in his stories, because that's where man them get their shit off, right? They get in their stories. They don't put it on their feed. They get in their stories. They'll post something like Method Man talking about hip hop or something like that, and then the caption underneath or whoever they at is there in the caption, and you got to screen record that because they're not even keeping it up the whole 24 hours. That's getting deleted within like 5 minutes. Blogs, hurry up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
I'm gonna hit you guys back up in like 5 minutes.
Well, we're gonna wrap just now. So do your thing, King.
All right. Y'all check
Dusty
me out on
Walla.
89.5. Check me out on 89.5 FM right now at 10 o'clock, 6 Degrees Radio. You already know.
Yeah. We'll wrap it so the audience will be able to go check that out.
All right. And yo, you already know. Shout out to all the We Love Hip Hop comment gang and all that for tuning in. You already know. Love to the man them. I'll talk to you guys later.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Get
Dusty
me
Walla. I got you.
Walla.
Dusty Walla. Yeah, man. Let's see. Kick from studio. Boom. So in closing, as far as the Unfollow, I do think it's a big deal, fam. You know what I'm saying? It literally caused a whole bunch of different blog pages to go check to see what's going on. I'm checking right now. Like, I've been doing more deep diving into Follow than I've ever done before, because fam, like, it's one thing. Okay, you know what? Actually, let me rephrase the answer right there. It's not a big deal if it's just a one-off. But when 3 mans or 4 mans unfollow you in the same day, something's wrong.
Yeah, it's like a calculated attack almost.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right? I could handle Nav unfollowing him, and then like a whole week nobody else does. Who cares? It's an isolated incident, as we say. But 3 guys who worked with you unfollow you in one day, there's fire. It's not just smoke.
Well, I guess all we can do is, continue to monitor the situation and see. I think the ball is in Drizzy's court. I think he is, the champion. Like, when you're the champion in like UFC or something, like, someone has to defeat you. Even if it's a close match and it's a draw, you're still going to be champion. But if they're really trying to dethrone him, like, they got to take him out, and I don't see that happening at all. And I wonder how the audiences will react. Like, are we gonna see a decline in listeners for Future in them, or maybe this is even better for them, or maybe they're gonna lose fans, or maybe Drake's gonna lose fans?
Well, it's gonna be hard to tell right now because the man's on vacay, right? So you'd literally have to come off a vacation and then start dropping music, and then see what his sales do in comparison. You know what I'm saying?
007 Media is insisting that Instagram unfollows people by itself, but I think this is definitely a clear unfollow, by choice, only because all of them did it at once. But I do agree with Produced by June, who's saying that, like, a lot of these guys are signed to Diddy, so perhaps this is an orchestrated thing to draw the eyes of the same people who'd be tuning into the Diddy situation towards a more glamorous or cool situation, which is like rap beef,
Yeah. Well, we'll definitely keep our eye on it, man. You know what I'm saying?
We love hip hop.